Stories that heal and empower. As human beings, we are amazing. We are so capable, we're so resourceful, and we are so wise. And we don't know it. And sometimes the only time we discover that is in the times when we are challenged the most in our lives, in the most difficult of circumstances. And then we discover what we're capable of, what we can do. So I wanted to capture those stories, to share mine, but also interview others and be able to celebrate what we're capable of. And how does wisdom show up? And why are we not listening to that more often? I also wanted to look at stories that we make up about ourselves. Good, bad, and ugly. Sometimes those stories have roots when we were children, and then they just, we build on them, and then we live within the limitation of them. And sometimes those stories are empowering, and other times they're so old and they're so outdated that they need to be deleted, but we're not even aware of them. We lose sight of the fact that we make up the stories. We make up the stories of our lives. We make up goals and dreams, and then we make up the deadlines. And then we are disappointed when they don't happen according to our timelines. And we forget that we're making all that up. So we'll explore stories that we've lived and stories that we need to let go of, that no longer serve us. And we didn't even realize that was the story we were living in. I'd love to know your stories. Where have you seen wisdom show up? How were you guided? How were you supported? And what stories have you been living in that keep you small and that frighten you from taking a risk, having a go at doing something you really want? Taking a chance on taking an action despite the insecurities you might have. So I'd love to hear from you on any of those accounts. And let's share stories that show how resilient and powerful we really are. I'd love to hear from you. And share these together. Relationships. Well, I have been single. I have been married. I have been divorced. I have been celibate for 5 years. So I've covered the whole gamut of relationships. And it's a fascinating subject. And if I could help you in one way, it would be to get comfortable in your own skin, regardless of what your marital status is. And to get curious about you and to be as interested in having a relationship with yourself as you are in finding a partner. Because that's where the power lies. Having a deeper understanding of you, knowing who you are, what you want, why you want what you want, your expectations. And then understanding who you become in relationships. Because we all have patterns of relating. and some that work and some that don't. And you want to understand both. And a lot of people are interested in finding a partner and being with someone. And that's fine. I think it's great to do that. It's great to have a partner. But the more you understand yourself, the better you are at having a relationship. And caring about yourself rather than waiting for someone else to care about you gives you freedom to enjoy another person without them having the burden of living up to some idealistic expectation of who they're supposed to be. Because trust me, if we have idealistic expectations of others, we have the same about ourselves. And it's a fascinating subject that is worth exploring and discovering your own value, whether you're in or out of a relationship. And that's what we'll explore more of.